Woman horrified as 8 of her fingers turn black after doing housework. If you own a home or apartment, you know that cleaning and doing housework can be a never-ending process, especially if you have children or pets. Sometimes it seems like the faster you clean up, the more the mess begins to pile up. Pretty much everyone in the world has to deal with the annoying task of housework and cleaning dirty rooms. When cleaning and doing housework, it's pretty common to sometimes get small scrapes or cuts that are usually no big deal. You get a little soap, rubbing alcohol, or antibacterial lotion, place it on the little wound, and go about your day. Our bodies have amazing healing capabilities, and usually our natural immunity and defenses can take care of these type of things. With major advances in modern medicine, our human life expectancy is the highest it's ever been. With all this being said, we are not invincible, not by a long shot. Even though we can live longer due to these amazing advances in medicine, our bodies still break down and can be vulnerable to infections and disease. It happened in China when a woman made a small cut on her hand while cleaning her home. First, she didn't give it much thought until her hands began to darken. Miss Zhang, age 53, a native of Hubei province in China, was cleaning her house as usual. That day she realized that she'd suffered a small cut, but had no idea how serious the wound would end up being. The next day she noticed that around the wound her skin had started to darken. She also began to feel a numbing around the cut, but she still thought that it was simply a consequence of the scarring process. A few hours later, the darkened area began to grow, spreading to her fingers and nails of her left hand. When she thought that the cut was beginning to heal, she noticed that her right hand was also beginning to get darker. As the black zone was growing, she lost sensitivity. Horrified, she ran to the hospital, where she was treated urgently. The doctors couldn't believe their eyes. After having a medical checkup, Miss Zhang was diagnosed with gangrene in her 8 fingers. In fact, there was a change in skin to color black. Moreover, her skin was extremely dry. She said that at the time the wound was quite small, she wasn't worried. However, 2 days later, it became itchy, painful, and gradually numb. Often people think that necrosis happens when there's a very serious wound that causes infection. But gangrene, dry necrosis, is different from other types of necrosis. Therefore, patients are often unaware of this to prevent it. After having treatment in the hospital, Zhang's symptoms have relieved dramatically. However, this is still a warning lesson for everyone. Doctors say that if you have similar symptoms to Mrs. Zhang, please go to the hospital as soon as possible to avoid the consequences later.